Hello traders, Lord Ray, HypedOnCrypto.com, your #1 source for cryptocurrency technical analysis and blockchain education. In this live stream, we're going to be doing what we do every day. Take a look at Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and all the alts. We've had some darlings, we've had some amazing breaks to the upside on some coins. Some others have possibly just created more bearish patterns. So we'll get into it. So with Bitcoin, I don't know, I was just messing around late last night, and 3 touches on top, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on the bottom. And you know, I was just like, oh yeah, no, we broke that trend line, right? That 81.40 area, 81.39, whatever you want to call it. The candle bodies closed there. That was nice and all, but my goodness. Once we had this one wick, this spinning top, and we just bounced off that trend line and kept going up, but like the way we've gone up has been, it's been respecting this very well. It's not gone any higher. So look, I'd love to contradict the TA, but we have formed pretty freaking amazing textbook wedge, rising wedge, and after a downtrend to boot. So just at least keep that in mind. Okay, so if you missed out down here buying, maybe you could get another opportunity. I mean, like if the TA played out, right? If it did, truly. It's a $300 drop. And wherever we broke out at, 312. It's a little bit down, yeah, a little bit lower than this flag. So right around here. But we'll see what happens. I mean, you know, just I was thinking outside the box last night, looking at that pattern, and then the price action throughout the day today has been staggering because of just how well respected. Everything's been held within this wedge pattern. Weird enough. Okay, so just something I saw, you know, and we'll see if it plays out, you know. I hope XVG and XRP will recover soon, Ruben says. Thanks for being here, man. Dan Voyer, Brandon Crypto Mine. Well, so Dan Voyer and Brandon Crypto Mine were first, and what? No, Ruben was first, right? Oh, my bad. Let me what is it? What? Read view ticker. View ticker. Ah, viewers, right? Is that what you mean? Because it's broken like always. Jeez. Something about that? View tickers? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Hey guys, look at my shirt, how crazy it looks. Oh, okay, someone wants a bed and breakfast coin. Jonathan? Absolutely, man. I know a lot of people are asking questions about that. Even Bradford is. ADA? What's up, Luis? Ash, how you doing, man? Verge, on the list. Got it, man. What's up, Mo? You're the beast, man. XXX. Oh yeah, Pornhub, Verge, Kappa. Serendipity, hello from Periscope. How you doing? Tip Top Crypto. Retracement support idea for TRX. Well, I figured it'd be a good idea to look at that, at least. We can discuss. What's up, Brendan? Hey, everyone. If I wasn't able to get to messages today on Discord, I do apologize. I've had a lot of real life stuff going on I'm dealing with, so just be mindful. I am not a robot, despite what people may think. QSP, excuse me. What's up, Crypto Chef? MK Hani. The whales are pumping Bitcoin, Lord. Yeah, they're pumping it into a beautiful rising wedge pattern. ARN to DGD. Or ARN and DGD, whatever. Well, check it out, man. Okay? Cooked up and ready to strike. What? What you talking about, Jonathan? Flash crash on Neo to BNB. Is this real? I don't know. Is it real? Someone was posting about in one of our videos, I think that they lost like 5K, and it's like, what, on BNB? It's like BNB was never a setup. We never, you know, that was never a trade setup. BNB. So weird, man. And it's like, what did you do to lose that? Like, don't just tell us you lost something and then don't explain how. That's bull crap. Demo, what's up? MCO. MCQ, what? What's up, Mobby Mall? Thanks for being here. What's up, One Man Army? Hello, hope you're doing well. It's a good Thursday. Great Thursday. The sun's out. Wonderful weather. It's not too hot yet. It's just perfect. Ethereum to the US dollar tether. Interesting. Okay. Hey, Cardano is literally here. Guys, ADA, Cardano's in the house. Wow. Crypto Tiger says, 6 a.m. Been waiting an extra hour for you. It's worth it to get your knowledge. You're awesome, man. Dude, thanks so much for the kind words, man. It means a lot, and I really do apologize about being late. It's just, you know how it is, man. It's life. Life's real, and you just got to take care of things. And oh, buddy. Hey, we just had 8 minutes ago at candle close, so. Are we going to get stream sniped, guys? What's up, Lord Dumpington? Music coin. What's up, Skyward? Is it Skybird? What happened to Skybird, man? Got XVG on the list. ADA Cardano. Anything for ADA to Jesus coin. Mobby wants Juan. Neo to Ethereum. Okay. No problem, man. No sound. What? For real? Stuart? You trolling, dude? ICX for Sphinx? Hey, Sphinx. Is it South Phoenix or is it just Phoenix? Sphinx. Like the Sphinx. What's up with that, man? Let me know. What's up, Dinde? Spirit Hill and Jesus, dude. Prinzello wants XRP, TRX, the world. XLM on the list. Okay. Almost done with chat, guys. Just, we're almost there. You know how we do it. We get through chat and then we start rolling. Okay. BNB and Ethereum both requested Tiger, Crypto Tiger. Hope Nikki's doing well, right? EOS for Mob. Longer time frame ascending triangle to Bitcoin. You're talking about like the daily or something? Just let me know, MK. What's up, Francisco? Good to see you, dude. IOST. Cryptotech said he just joined the Patreon. Thank you for everything. Dude, thank you so much for the support. You've got my word. I'm going to do everything I can to take care of you. Give you the best low risk, high reward opportunities. Rockaroo wants ETC. Guys, the list is getting a little long. You know how that is. Be okay. Daniel wants fun. We'll put it on the list. It's on the list already, right? Yep, fun's already on the list. Al wants OAX and ICN. Oh, guys, the double requests are starting to really hurt. The double request, guys. Just remember that. Talk about rec. Well, if we got time, Nick, we sure will, dude. We sure will. It's on the list. It never ends. Gars wants AE. Account executive coin. Looks good. Breaking channel. Alright, I'm just going to have to scroll through a little bit more now. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all are all freaking amazing. Put AX on the list. Bobby, thanks again for the Patreon, dude. UG's, dude. What's up, Tan? EOS is on the list if we get there. But we don't have a one-on-one today. Finally, we had 4 one-on-ones in a row. We have another one tomorrow, but today, the schedule's clear, so I can go over if I'm feeling it. Okay? The daily. Okay, we'll take a look at the daily. MK. Hey, Tony. How you doing, man? Star Wars World? Dude, Star Wars World's always like Tron Connect, but when Tron finally breaks out, Star Wars is like, let's see in cash now. Why are you always looking at the non... Come on, man. Look at the... You should be like, Tron Connect. Freaking out, dude. What happened, man? Star Wars World, what are you doing, dude? Why are you so obsessed with in-cash? It tanked. And why are you obsessed with Tronics when it tanks? You should be obsessed with Tronics right now. It's a very appropriate time to be happy about Tronics. Right? Okay, guys. Bitcoin. Breakdown. Rising wedge on the 4-hour. If we look at the daily... If we look at the daily, still looks like upward sloping flag stuff, I guess. You know, yeah, you could have your horizontal line here, but I wouldn't know. I don't think we're forming. Hold on, let me look at your chart real quick, MK. See what you plotted. So, MK. Look at a thing. Hold on. Let me just move this so I can get it full screen. Okay, so one touch point at the bottom, one at the top. So, you know, we can't say, yeah, I know you did say it's not valid yet. And you're right, it's not really valid as an ascending triangle yet. But we'd have to hit that top area once again, which would be 82.29. We'd have to hit that. And if we hit that 83.56 area, we'd be completely contradicting, I think, the wedge. So if we do that, that's good, but that you might also be at the very top of the wedge too. Candle body close has to be there too. So that means the daily candle has to close there. Okay. So it's hypothetical right now. If we could keep the accumulation going, that'd be great. Yeah, even if we broke down here, if we look, okay, let's go back to the 4-hour real quick. If we broke down out of this wedge, and the measure, we know the measure moves like 79.25. If we broke down and we held this area, that is incredibly good. That's a great sign to know that we held this area. And really, I wouldn't be comfortable with this until we maybe started moving back to the upside. But that would be maybe your ascending triangle. But again, look how high we have to break out of that wedge bullishly first to create a second reaction high. Okay, if we ran up here and hit this area and then broke down from there and hit down here, MK Hani, yeah, man, we got real good stuff, but we have to let that play out. It's not real until it is, right? So, you know, we'll see what happens with Bitcoin. Maybe, possibly, we got to have a couple more touch points, okay, for us to have an ascending triangle, but let's see how it plays out. Currently, right now, we're expecting probably a drop down to at least this level, if not the measured move, just based on the action. Price action's beautiful, beautiful textbook rising wedge after downtrend. Okay, let's go to Litecoin, to Ethereum. No, excuse me, not Litecoin to Ethereum. What? To Bitcoin. And it keeps on rolling, guys. Bull flag, measure move. 1.8% of a Bitcoin, man. Will we rise? Hey, what did we talk about last night? No matter what happened, you were gonna get Class A bearish divergence. You were gonna get it. So, yep, that's happening right now. Where is my RSI? George Soros hacking me again? George Soros? I know you're watching, man. I know you're watching. Aw, dang it. Now it's down here. Give me a break, man. Well, I guess what we could do for a little bit of education for you you folks out there that want to know about how to make the histogram look like this, we could just go ahead and get rid of my MACD and let's create a new one. Okay, just a little bit of education infusion with TradingView. Why not? Just hit that MACD. Okay, there it is. Here's the MACD, the regular one that you get by default. Go in, hit the cogwheel. Okay. Unclick MACD, unclick signal. Very easy. Then go in the colors that you want. I like the bright colors because the viewers love it. They can't see any other dull color, so we have to make it bright. So again, got that Class A bearish divergence going on, and you're also wow, your previous high was here, and it's making higher levels of relative strength technically. Okay, a little bit. So it was like 69, 70, now it's 71. So not technically having any bearish divergence here, but if you looked back here at this high, you would be making bearish divergence, right? From a high. Oh, that color's not gonna work there. There you go. So that's Litecoin. It's continuing its move, its upward trek, just because it's technical. It's a technical thing. Bull pole, bull flag, break out of the bull pole, bull flag combination. You would like to make your move to the measure, or you'd like to make the run to the measured move. So we'll see what happens with that. Congratulations on Litecoin, all you holders out there. I know there are plenty of you. Got in on this down here, and we said we thought we found a bottom. Beautiful level of support, low risk, high reward opportunity. Boom. Let's go to Ethereum. Notice how nothing's saved. Wonder if I deleted these last night, but you want to do it again for newer folks in here? Break, hook, and go. You broke, you hooked, bullish engulfing candle. That is a confirmation of a breakout right there. These three candles. The music's kind of freaking me out, man. I know it's freaking y'all out too. Hold on. Jeez, man. But yeah, just running hard. Measured move up here. 6.8% of a Bitcoin. That's what that means. So beautiful, beautiful trade going on right now. Almost there. Almost there. Yeah, the screaming. What was up with that, man? Not cool at all, dude. Not cool at all. So, excuse me. And this isn't even that we've already hit the measure move. Remember, every time I try to make changes on my stuff, even saving and stuff, it either doesn't let me, okay, like this, and you can't see it because my ticker's in the way on the screen, but I either save it and it says it's saved, or it doesn't save and it's like, okay, it didn't save. So hilarious, man. Our fibs didn't get saved, anything. We have support fibs, but our target fibs never even showed up. Go to our Fibonacci, go from our swing high, should be here. Okay, you hit your 50% retrace, which was really where the measured move was. Okay, one profit taking level, could be here, and then 618 up here. But look, I think the fact that you broke this area here, that's insane, breaking this area. There's like twig and thatch, remember? When you break certain levels, I mean, maybe this wick might be used as resistance here, but look, you should run straight up to 73% of a Bitcoin right here. This next swing high. Okay, you broke this. Candle bodies at least. So, should be able to run up here. Don't know why. Alright. Resistance has been broken. Beautiful stuff. This coin looks wonderful. Now it's very, very overbought. You know, 77 on the RSI. That's was very, very overbought. So just let it ride, guys. Let it ride. 618, and then I think a good area, 73% of the Bitcoin, right up here. So, beautiful. You're in on this trade, and you want to protect your Arhangal Hill, dude. Arhangal Hill. What? Thank you so much for the $50 contribution, man. Means so much, dude. Really do appreciate you. And couldn't do it without you. Wouldn't do it without you. You the real Jesus, man. Just remember, any contribution you make to this stream is only going to be reinvested to produce better quality for you, the viewers. So, dude, thank you so much for the kickoff, for the contribution, man. For the contributions or whatever. It means everything, dude. Thank you so much for that. That's awesome, man. That is freaking awesome. Guys, shout out. Amazing. Also, make sure I have a good sound check going on, guys. Just let me know. Coach K says, which MACD does Mitch use? Hey, Coach K, just go into your indicators and just type in MACD. Okay, MACD. Right, like this, Coach K. Thought we did this a minute ago, literally, just for you. MACD. Click that. That's what I use, but then I augment with a cogwheel down here, and I unclick MACD and signal. That's what I do, Coach K. Okay? Hope that helps. Let me know, man. Give me some feedback. Sound is good, says Tony. Awesome. Thanks so much, dude. Okay, so let's keep it rolling. See how it goes. Wonderful stuff. It was a beautiful setup. A little bull pennant. We had price consolidation, and we also talked about the accumulation. We also talked about negative momentum just drying up, becoming inexistent towards the end of that pennant. So that was great. Great stuff. But now overbought, and we're moving. We've made our moves. Okay, so that's it for the big three. Now we're going to move on to bed and breakfast coin, BNB Binance coin, right? People just keep saying Binance to BNB. What is it? No, that was Ethereum to BNB or NEO to BNB, something like that. Yeah, whatever. We're just going to do BNB to Bitcoin, I guess. Interesting. Interesting stuff. So we talked about our quadruple, and of course nothing saves. I have no idea why. Mission control, I need us to find out why this is happening. I do save all the time. It's not making any sense, man. None at all at this point. I can't believe this. We do 2-hour plus streams. We do all this charting and nothing gets saved. And it used to every day up until no idea when, like 4 days ago, it started doing this, and it's just obnoxious. My God, man. Talked about a wedge pattern. Okay. I'm not even gonna mess with this. Oh my God. Where's our wedge? Yeah, it was like this. There you go. That was our wedge right there. And we can move this right there. Make it like that. Okay. Had some sort of wedge breakout on let's make this different color for you, so it's not confusing with our channel that we broke out of. Okay. We had a falling wedge, we think, here, and we're staying outside of it. Really good sign for BNB. You always want to stay outside of your wedges, but we never came down and tested it. You always want to test, too, the upper trend line of the falling wedge. We didn't do that, and we're back above the 382 again, and we're still having issues breaking this old level of support. It's now being used as resistance. Very strong resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times we touched this area. Not been able to break above it. But the thing that gave us some confidence here was every time we made a low. We made a low here, we made a lower low, and then a fourth lower low. And every single time we made lower levels of negative momentum, which was very, very bullish. Class A, pure strongest form. Okay, so we need to see a little bit of volume, and we need to break above this resistance area. That's very key. We're getting just scrunched in here. We can't. Got to make a move up to the upside soon. So. All right, man. So that's how I think about BNB. We talked about a low risk situation, and we did talk about maybe touching this area here, but you know, I don't know. The way it's playing out, you're not showing that much strength. Okay, you had, my God, 12 hours after this break to the upside of just nothing, and now you've had 8 hours of just your green has just been weak, making lower highs than your previous high, and you're also unable to break that resistance. So again, this is very tough to say because of the contradicting variables, just like last night. And you're below the 200, you bounced up to test the 200 and the 20, and you failed to break both. You're kind of above the 20 now, but well below that 200. So yeah, I don't know. It's a wedge, broke out, pretty confirmed wedge, but we'll see what happens with this. Could go either way. It really could. Sucks to say that, but you have a wedge and quadruple MACD bullish divergence, so those are two really good variables, but then again, you're having lots of issues with your resistances, showing some weakness. What's BNB? ADA was next. Double top action. Higher high, technically. Definitely a higher high. Wait, wrong ADA. Hold on, guys. Oh, almost at targets. Right. Wedge targets. Sweet, man. See if we can get there. We're almost there. Pattern development. Maybe a price contraction. Looks like price contraction. I don't think you have the reaction highs you're looking for, though. You only have one, unless you use this as a reaction low, and if that's the case, that's really nice. Pattern development, textbook, and you should be making a move within the next 8 hours. If that's the case, to the upside or downside. And who knows how these coins are going to react when Bitcoin makes its move, and it's soon to make its move as well, right? Because we know the pattern development is quite mature at this point on Bitcoin with that rising wedge pattern after the breakdown. Dang it, man. Okay, there we go. So, I mean, this isn't the cleanest just because there's a lot of space here. You know, we want up, down, up, down. But you got 1, 2, and then 1, 2. So, pin it, could say. But then, you know, also a way to look at this, we could definitely do it like this, of course. Right, just give us more vision, right? Yep. So we'll just extend this out a little bit more. It's interesting how we're not even wanting to touch this level down here. Now just remember, this will be a upward sloping support we have right down here. And it's right around that 382. So if you break down here, you should expect we could just bounce off this level. So upward sloping channel stuff. Okay, let's see how that rides. Okay. Very cool though. I mean, ADA, it's wonderful. You know, we broke that 2479 area that we've been griping about for so long, and we were really upset. We said, hey, well, not upset, we were just kind of like, go figure, that's ADA making a lower high on a double top and then tweezer tops and then breaking down again. But when we broke down, we made higher lows than our previous lows. And then again, came up here, hit this level, broke down, accumulation was forming. We saw that. We saw even on a shorter term scale ascending triangle action with 2 reaction highs occurring. But obviously we had the larger scale, we had that ascending or that symmetrical triangle. We broke out, we've hit the measure move on the ascending and the symmetrical, and we're getting close to wedge targets. Okay, very large wedge we broke out of. They're upon us. So we'll see if we can get up there. Very good volume, lots of strength, lots of positive momentum. Okay, good stuff, man. No bearish divergence. I mean, since we're pretty much at that level, you know, we didn't even make any positive momentum here. So really need to start picking up some positive momentum if we don't want to start showing bearish divergence on the next move up if we get one. Okay, so that's ADA. All right, man. So we're gonna move on to Verge. Oh God, Oh, Verge, man. Yeah, you're going to pop like that. You'll pop like that occasionally, right? And again, we cleaned up yesterday, but our trading view gaslights us again, okay? I'm just getting rid of fibs and stuff for you. But we talked about critical levels of support. One was going to be, well, we fell below one support, right? And now we're back above it. Look, if you look left, this was a previous high. When we broke this, we said that's not good, but we're approaching the 200 MA. We might use that as a support, and look what happened when we touched this MA. Scalpers came in, scalpers dream, they love it. Oh, but we bounced up only to use this old leg, right? We had multiple legs. We legged up 3 times, okay? We don't even have this leg here anymore. We deleted it, but it was a clear upward sloping support we had, and we broke that. And then after that, after this Pornhub news, we had just shattered this leg here, okay? But now we're using it as resistance, which is so cool, giving validity to it, because we tested as support, now resistance. But the contradiction here is we're back above critical old high that you have to stay above. You got to get above these and hold above these if you want to sustain any type of bull run, okay, a bull trend. If you look left, you see even more levels of respect along this area throughout Verge. Okay, wicks here, okay, wicks here. So pretty serious level that it's really good though that you broke back above that, but this is a correction, and you know, the fact remains, we've seen coins that have had runs like this and they've retraced 80-90% before they go to all-time high runs. So this is crypto, it is not the stock market, this is an insane market. It is crazy, and this kind of stuff happens, and then the next few weeks things like this can just get erased with huge shots up. So we just have to keep our eye on it and understand the market dynamics of just the volatility. And like Verge didn't really do it, but I mean, you just look, like you break down like this, you just have this. Let's just take a look, for instance, with our fibs to see what kind of swing high to swing low we had, what kind of retrace we had. We had an 80%, we had an 87% retrace from our swing low down here to our swing high when we hit this level. And you want to talk about, we had a 95-96% retrace on this wick right here before we shot back up, only to make lower highs. Okay, so think about the volatility there, guys. 95% retrace before you go all the way back up, and you almost have you have like an 88% retrace from this bottom to top of this area. So incredible volatility. You have almost 100% swings all the time when the volatility starts popping up with high levels of volume. And that's what we got back here. High levels of volume. Okay. High levels of volume. So we'll see what happens with this. A lot of contradiction, really weird, right? The news sold off, but the 200 held, and now we're back above a critical previous highs. So that's Verge. See how it plays out. You never hit that measured move from the bull pole bull flag combination. Got quite close, but the news ended all of it. Okay, so we'll see what happens with that. That's Verge. Gotta move on to Tronics. Oh, beautiful Tronics. The trade, the Jesus trade. You hit that 618 one time. Now, yeah, this doesn't look like it's done, but if you were a trader, I know multiple ones of you took your profit. Michael took his profit at 6.27 cents, having no idea that that was the top at the time. But guess what, Michael? You're still holding strong, my friend, on your profit. But that's what traders do. Or then they look for other opportunities. If it keeps going, of course, that's fine. That's great. But we bought down here 505 Satoshis was our entry, and we exited at 6.27, Michael. That's incredible gains, man. Incredible gains. So what's our MACD telling us right now? Well, good stuff. I mean, there's no bearish divergence on your MACD. Okay, making higher highs on your price. Higher levels of positive momentum all the way around. Every single swing high was a higher level of positive momentum. Very good there. And you never showed bearish divergence on your RSI either. So tons of strength still for Tronics, according to our crystal ball indicators. You know, our 20 cross the 50, always what you want to see in a bull run, right? You know, our candles are above all the MAs, very good, because look, I mean, You go through a shoot up like that, you break down, you form that wedge pattern. Like you're chopping around, you're in the equilibrium levels, and you fall below them. Okay, and you're like, oh, we're between the 200 and the 20 and the 50. That's not good. But then you found this ascending level of support here, looking left. 1, 2 reaction lows, 3 reaction lows now. That's why we said we found value here. And then we said we had 2 reaction highs up here. Possible insanely large ascending triangle. I don't even want to talk about the measure move. We'll do it when we start getting closer to that, when we start forming this more. I'd like to hit this top one more time before coming back down, maybe getting another buying opportunity before the next move up, and that'd be the rule of 3. 1, 2, 3. If we could hit up here, the ascending triangle, my God, the measure move would be insane with this being the bottom. Wow. So we'll see. Tronics, like a lot of the other altcoins, it's established itself a bullish trend. Okay, this bullish trend is staying intact. We're holding above the 200 MA. We tested it twice. When you test a 200 like that, that's rejecting a bearish breakdown. Okay, we had news right here. I understand that, but news saves lives. Look at IOST. Had a beautiful cup and handle going, then it tanked, fell outside of that upward sloping flag. Remember IOST? And then the news shot it right back up and made it hit that measured move. Unbelievable. So news is very important, and it can save the day at any given moment. Okay. For a coin that's struggling so hard, like Tronics was. It was, you know, like Helm's Deep, right? Where Gandalf shows up and they take out all the orcs at dawn. Kind of like that, the news. Look, it was like they had just breached Helm's Deep, the orcs did. And then the sun came up, and then the news was Gandalf. The Gandalf, Helm's Deep Jesus Lord, okay? So that's it. Targets hit. We also said an alternative, well, these were our alternative targets. We said the measured move of the wedge would have been up here at 653. So we'll see. No divergence. Looking good. Just keep it rolling. You should be fine for another move up. But I'm not saying buy. My God, you had your chance. We gave you the chance on a silver platter. Okay, that's Tronics. Let's take a look at fun. Fun? Who wants fun, man? I guess we know who wants fun. Yep, we augmented this too. Nothing saved. Literally, none of our work ever saves anymore. I see it up there acting like it's saving. It's saving. Okay, yeah. Great stuff, man. We augmented this and said, how about this? And that looked fine. We said we bounced off this area. I think that was good. And yeah, we're running back up. We're about to hit this heart line. As you can see, the heart line's been very well respected. This should be due for a pullback when we hit this level. Break back down to this level here. Maybe move up again. Okay, so yeah, that's fun. Nice moves going up. Right. So you don't want to form a rising wedge. You better hit this up here. You better hit this up here. So. But no, we can see a pullback. Just the way we've been respecting that heart line. It's really strong. So in terms of looking out, what was that candle close right here? This will be a very, very strong level of resistance right here. Okay, 624. Got to break that and hold that. Okay, man. So good volume on the break to the upside. You broke in multiple previous highs. You had one here, pretty much one here. You're making your way up to, well, I mean, candle body close right there. You're breaking a candle body close. Yeah, very strong resistance. You're breaking it right now. That's wonderful to see. But will you hold above that? Hard to say with this heart line right here. So we'll wait and see. The Golden Cross happened on the 15th of this month. So great stuff there, fun. Like all the other altcoins, the spring is upon us. But you're technically making bearish divergence, right? You see this down here? Oh man, got some rave music, guys. Okay, so I think this is going to keep going probably, but again, we have the resistance here. You could pull back, but then after that, we could move to the upside. But we do know we have resistance right here where we're breaking it, but the candle isn't closed. We have 3 hours left on this candle to know. So if we're talking about, we have support fibs still because nothing's saved, of course. You got I don't know if this trend is truly reversed until you break 624. Okay, this is close enough to us to where if we break this, we'll have a nice move up. Okay, nice move up to 812. Okay, then all of a sudden you start making big moves. Okay, so all about the swing high. If you can break those swing highs, your previous swing highs, nice move up to the next one. Okay, and then the next one after that. So our fibs for targets, though, if we did from all-time highs, swing high to swing low. Okay, long way to go, right? So before we think about our targets on our fibs, I think the 236, wow, which is confluent with that resistance, I think that is very important. That has to be broken. That will be a big fight. We'll have a big fight at the 236, which is 627 Satoshis, okay? So that is fun. Hope you have fun. Lind was next, the next request. Thanks for being here, everybody. Y'all the Jesus men. Oh, wow, look at Lind, guys. Look at Lind. So we're doing a little education in our one-on-one yesterday, talking about dojis. Excuse me. So we had multiple things go on. We had an incredible little channel that could have been traded 3 or 4 times before we started accumulating. Okay, so that's what happens over time when you get in a channel. Mathematically, your odds start increasing of a breakout to the upside or downside. When we noticed that we started seeing higher lows than our previous lows, that signified accumulation. That means when someone bought down here this time, they had more buying power, more money, more into this coin. So when we broke to the downside, we never hit those levels literally, technically again. Okay, so then from there, we ran up and hit target. A lot of people sold, false breakout, broke down. When we broke down, we had higher lows once again, signifying more accumulation. Could be seeing a move to the upside, and that's exactly what happened. We shot up like that. Then from here, we formed an ascending triangle, in my opinion, right? Multiple reaction highs, 3 of them really. 2 reaction lows, could be 3 if you wanted to say that. But nevertheless, forms of accumulation occurred. Then the accumulation was so powerful, there was so much strength in this coin, we never even came back down to these levels. We formed a leg up on our accumulation. So that means when we sold off, the sell was so weak, the sellers were just gone. So then from there, the bulls just took over and completed this beautiful bullish continuation pattern. Wonderful. It was in fact a trade setup we did. I don't think we hit our target though. This was our buy area right here. Okay. So from there, we ran up, and well, look at this. We ran up, right, and then we hit that measured move. Talk about the measured move on the ascending triangle, guys. How to find a target for a trade like that. 72 was it? Yep, 72 measured move, and it was fine until we broke it. And now we're using that measured move as a support. How weird is that? It's very, very strange how that works. As you can see, you look left. It's not really a support. It's not really anywhere. I mean, I guess you could say this candle body close, but ultimately, this is the measured move that's 3 times that we whipped off of it, used it as a support. Unbelievable, crazy stuff. With the RSI, you did have a small amount of bearish divergence. Not really though, you double topped, but now you're making lower highs than your previous high with lower levels of relative strength. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not divergence per se. It is showing a little bit of weakness though. You never want to see a lower high, but the fact that when we did break down, we held this area so strongly, sellers couldn't push it down. Buyers just came in and won this every time. So turning it around, see if we can break beyond this 846 area. It seems like we used the 786 Fibonacci support. I don't know why we have our support still on this, because nothing saves, because we unreal, man. So let's go to our our swing high. Really, I mean, it just depends on how long term you want to be on this, but swing high could be right here. Okay, and at that point we're probably at the 382 maybe. There we are, we're at the 382. Approaching good targets. Take a little bit of profit if you wanted to. Okay. This could be a much bigger turnaround, okay, than just these targets. But as a trader, shorter term trader, nothing wrong with taking profit at 50% or the 618 in this situation. Okay. And if things we go beyond that, we could just say, all right, well, it looks like we're in a longer term uptrend. Then we could just move our targets to really long term and say, you know what, we think that we could see a retrace from our all-time highs. We could see a 50% retrace, a 618 retrace from all-time highs. Very, very long-term thing though. You got adversity you have to beat first, and it's always good to have smaller fibs so you can take a little bit of profit. Okay, you don't have to exit your position, okay? You don't have to. But you can at least take a little bit of profit if you bought down at good levels of support. Okay? Things to think about, guys. Always things to think about. Critical things, very important in trading and TA. Alright, QSP was next on the list. Guys, we've been going 45 minutes now. If you're enjoying this live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. And thanks again for being here. You could be doing anything, but you choose to hang out with me and do some TA, and for that I'm very grateful. Okay? QSP. QSP. We found it, right? We found that value. Broke to the upside, came back down. Just ascension. Look at this beautiful upward sloping action, bouncing off the 20 MA, broke a key level of resistance, 2085, looking left. Ah, that's what it is. We needed to break that, and we did quite easily. Okay. But the problem is, kind of, you're definitely showing triple MACD bearish divergence. That's never a good thing. It could just be it. You made a high here, right? Then you made a higher high, technically. Lower levels of positive momentum, and now you're making a higher high once again with even lower levels of positive momentum. Triple MACD Class A bearish divergence. Not what you want to see. But that's okay after a run like this, and at some point we'll go through some consolidation, whether we just have to chop around for a while or we start flagging down. It's always going to be healthy in these runs. Gives you other opportunities to buy. Then you could have a measured move up. If you made a bull pull or a bull flag, you could say this is the bull pull. Measure that, and wherever the bottom of the flag is, you could buy into it and then see if we can make the measured move, whatever it was going to be from that point. So bearish divergence is going to happen, even, I mean, in nice runs up. It's going to happen. It has to. It's just part of it. And then that's why consolidation happens in bull runs, in trend reversals. It's going to happen. So that's QSP. We talked about longer term. Think your fibs. 50% in the 618. I think this is a wonderful area to take profit if you're in this. So I think you should just remain patient. If you're scared in QSP, wherever you bought, maybe move your stop up if you're scared. So preserve some profit if it tanks, right? If it goes to zero tomorrow, you stop out and you win on a failed trade, on a failed coin, okay? All right, guys, that's QSP. These are the targets. Stop loss down here. 1448. All right, that's QSP. ARN? That was a... No, I'm thinking about AST. Okay, guys. ARN. Of course, we never found that. We did that same thing Lynn did, right? There was just too much strength. We legged up inside of an ascending triangle. Unreal. You see this? A new leg. Too much strength. That should be your telltale sign what's going to happen. And it sure did, didn't it? So even when we broke out, right, when we broke out, you never had any kind of confirmation. This is why when you have breakouts and you don't get that confirmation, you can take small risks on the hook, because you're always going to hook for the most part. If you don't, hey, it happens, but normally you hook at some point, even after you have 3 green candles, it's moving up nicely, it can tank. And we've made some good trades like that, haven't we? Waiting for the hook, buying on the hook. Looked at yesterday, Bitcoin in 2015, it broke out of a year-long no trend, and it ran up sky high, and it came back down to test those previous levels that were once resistance as support one time. And from there, we never saw those prices ever again. So just remember, if you see something break out, don't FOMO in, think about, wait, this thing normally always will come back and test that previous level of resistance, and it will now be support most likely, right? And if it's not, it'll just break down and tank to other levels. So crazy enough though, crazy enough with Aaron, Wonderful ascending triangle stuff. A bullish reversal pattern in this context. Beautiful. Too much strength legged up inside the triangle. Very good sign though. Congratulations on ARN. So we had some sort of wedge we broke out of too, maybe. Pretty large wedge. And of course nothing saves, right? So something like this. When you had that wick, it kind of validated it. 3 touches down here. And 2 touches like up here. So something like a wedge happened, and from that you're breaking to the upside. And we said if this plays out, okay, if we can break a few levels of resistance, we should run all the way up here to, what is that? 29,358. Okay, it's going to be a big resistance up here. Okay, you definitely, look, you just broke these previous highs. Kind of a nice run up to 18,988. Then after that, 21,351. 22,846, and then after that, the mega resistance is going to be 29,310. As you can see, looking left, very strong resistance up here. I think you should at least run to that. Okay? Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Okay, so wedge breakout on ARN. You're running. You're above a critical level of old highs that you're now above. It's wonderful. Keep running, ARN. Keep running. A lot of strength. DGD was next. Digimon coin, we like calling it. Hey, yep, that worked out. Remember, we were talking about possibly an ascending triangle accumulation. This coin. Said disregard that wick, right? Great buying opportunity. It's my fault for not even putting it in the Patreon. We went with another trade. So, yep, DGD looks like it's also forming some sort of ascending triangle action. It's now right at that critical resistance. The candle body closes right here. Okay, so we'll see if we can touch that, come back down. If we do come back down, you'd be really, really lucky, I would say. Very lucky if it did occur. Just because, I mean, you have the rule of 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2. Maybe we could hit it one more time if we did have an opportunity, a buying opportunity down here. One more time. I don't think that's going to happen, but so it happens. Plot it like this for vision of what I'm talking about. Okay, anywhere along that line, anywhere, with a stop loss a little bit lower than your previous reaction lows. Okay, then from there, what would the measured move be? I'm going to ascending triangle this large. Pretty nice, pretty substantial. 27.39. $27.39 right here was the measured move. So that's 33.896. There you go, right there. And that's the measure move. So there you go. You just touched it. Okay, critical level resistance right now. You could notice how the wicks are here. You could easily break this and keep running. And then history tells us every time we've been rejected at this level every single time. So look, you're breaking it. You disrespect it a lot. Okay, so we'll see what happens with this. Okay. Great stuff though. Great stuff on DGD. See if we get one more crack at it, but if not the end of the world. Doesn't matter. I have a lot of other good trades going on. So something going on here that may give us a little bit of a glimpse of information. As you can see down here, we made a high. Now we're double topping with clear levels of bearish divergence. This is class B bearish divergence. Double top on price, lower high on positive momentum. Impending reversal maybe? Very possible. Maybe we'll get one more shot. Okay, it's DGD. Keep it on the list. right, guys, let's see. MCO is next. Actually, I'm gonna take a look at chat. Screw this. I've been doing coins the whole show now. I looked at chat once. Let me take a look and see how everyone's doing, okay? Thanks so much for being here, everyone. Y'all are the Jesuses, man. I do this all for you guys. Every coin that's requested, I try to do, okay? Oh, thank you, B-Slice. You got greedy. You didn't understand TA back in December. Man, that was the time to know it. To know how insane everything was. Oh my God, it was just too easy to stay away from Bitcoin. That was just, it was defying gravity. It was unreal. You messed up in this market because of FOMO and lack of understanding the market dynamics. Kept throwing money in every time the market dropped. Ooh, yeah. Well, trend is your friend, right? You can go through corrections. Those corrections normally last about 100 days. So, every idiot YouTuber was telling me the sale was on. Yeah, of course they'll tell you that. They'll tell you what you want to hear until all of a sudden you're broke. Is my target on TRX? It's still the same. My third target on Tronics is still that 653 area. That was the measured move of the wedge we broke out of. We never fell back below it. Everything crypto says up 30% in the last week. That's what I'm talking about, man. Stewart is up 47%. My God. In 3 weeks. It's insane gains, dude. Gandalf the news. Sorry, I'm just real behind on chat, guys. Just trying to scroll through it to see if we got our 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes till the top of the hour, so we know what that means, the local on the 8s. Because if you're new here, at the top of the hour, we take a look at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum. It's kind of like your weather channels, local on the 8s, right? DGD's breaking this right now, but again, we've seen that time and time again, have we not? Nothing new there. I just wanted to... Did I give a shout out? Hold on one sec. Let me make sure. Hey, let me just real quick. Hey Nate, thanks so much for that that tier 1 pledge on the Patreon, man. Really do appreciate you. Josh, thank you so much for that tier 2 Patreon pledge, and Aloysius, thank you so much for that tier 2 pledge on the Patreon, and Maru, thank you so much for that tier 2 Patreon. Y'all are Jesus. Thank y'all so much. I'm gonna do everything in my power to give you the value that you seek. Okay? You got my word. Thank you. What's up, Andy? Looking forward to the TA? Hey, man, me too. Every day. Oh, thank you for the follow on Twitter. Good vibes. What's up, Saint Pasonia? What's up, Aked? What's up, Jesus Man? Wedge Man? Meaty Jones, can you change the color of the RSI line? Hard to see. Yeah, man. What color should it be, guys? Should it be yellow as well, like that? Let me know if that's a good color. I don't like LS shoe colors, but we can do it if it looks better. Y'all give me some feedback. Thanks. Can we do it under the US dollar pair, Pablo? For XRP? We haven't gone to XRP yet. Actually, I don't even put it on the list. XRP to the US dollar. Okay, wrote it down for you, man. We'll get there. Some point, okay? But, guys, it's that time again. So... Your local on the 8s. Let's go to Bitcoin. Nothing's changed. You're still upward sloping flag, and you formed a beautiful rising wedge pattern. I mean, very well established. You're using the heart line too, technically, as a resistance, which I understand. But you do have that wick here, the wick here, and then 3 wicks, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 touches down at the bottom. So, completely valid wedge, okay? Look, I'd love to disrespect the TA. That would be wonderful. Hey, we disrespected the head and shoulders, okay? Disrespected that. So let's see if we can just break out above. But again, that would be, you know, countering the TA. If we respected the TA, we said the measured move would be around 79.25 down in this area, which would make sense. Hitting this level again, hey, that might give us an upward sloping double bottom, which would be maybe possibly a good area to take a low risk, high reward opportunity. Okay, lots of volume, guys. Remember, We broke to the upside with this epic legendary short squeeze. That was the highest level of volume we had seen since the 22nd of December. Okay, so you can't you can't turn the cheek on that. You have to know that there was an insane level of buying in here that destroyed shorts' lives. Okay, we were looking at all-time highs on our Bitcoin shorts. Let's take a look at that chart real quick while we're here. There it is, still within that area. Wow, look at that. Respecting that quite well. So yeah, this was we were talking about the short squeeze that would you know, be held as a legend throughout time. Up here, 40,000 Viking night. Remember when we hit 3,000 subs, and then the next I woke up, it was like Christmas Day. We had dropped from 40,000 down to 24,000. Less than 12 hours we hit these levels. So now we've got just some sort of upward sloping action, not really threatening a previous high, right? It's normally very bearish. Okay, this type of price action right here, okay? So eventually it should break down. Let's see what our retrace was from, let's just say this was the swing high. We just wanted to see. You're hitting the 382, pretty common area. Look, you hit your 382 right here. Three most common areas that you'll retrace from: 382, 50%, and the 618. Okay? Just think about it like, look, everything has to retrace. Everything. It doesn't matter what move it is, what coin it is, what stock, equity, security it is. It will retrace after a move up or down. And the three most common areas of those retracements are your 38%, 50%, and 61.8% retraces. Those are your most common areas that you'll see retracements before you make your next move. Okay, so say you had a bullish run, you'll most of the time retrace 38% of the way, 50%, or 62% of the way. And then when you hit one of those levels, market makers say, okay, it is time to move us back in the direction we were in initially on that initial run from the retracement, right? So if it was a bearish year, we hit a 38% retrace, we could either move up to a 50% 618 before we tank down once again, make another move down, or if we contradict the TA completely, we'll just run up all the way. But again, that's not how it normally works. So that's Bitcoin shorts, guys. Hope you learned something there. If you are learning stuff, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks for being here. All right, let's go back to, let's just go to Litecoin. We covered Bitcoin. You keep going. You keep moving. Candle body highs right now are higher than your previous candle body's close. Good stuff. Strength, guys. Strength and honor. But you know, the inevitability of the bearish divergence, it is now upon us. It is there. Class A bearish divergence. No good, man. And a little bit of divergence on your relative strength too, making lower highs on strength, but making much higher highs than your previous highs. Breaking above that 200 MA on the 4-hour. Wonderful price action to move your MAs up to potentially at some point, if you could consolidate for a little bit, get that golden cross. We're working on it, right? Litecoin's working 24/7 now, trying to get us to where we need to be for some sort of bullish reversal in our trend. Okay, broke out of this wedge, but still within this insanely large downward sloping channel. Okay, you cannot deny that. We know that we're going to see insane levels of resistance and adversity up here. Okay, that's 1.8% of a Bitcoin. Okay, that's your quick analysis of Litecoin at the top of the hour for your local on the 8s. We're going to move on to Ethereum now. Good stuff here. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and hit save. Okay. Alright, it's saved, guys. We did it, maybe. We don't know. Okay, so multiple things to think about. We had our previous swing highs where we did our top to bottom on fibs. Okay. 50% retrace, hitting it now. 618's upon us. Measure moves right there, confluent. You know, measure move this little pennant. It's confluent with the 50%. But now we're above it, and now we're running to the 618. Okay, so let's see how we do with consolidation. Will we have some bullish consolidation? Let's hope. Let's see it. Okay. Beautifully for you on Ethereum, there is no bearish divergence like Litecoin. Okay, you had a high here, and now you're making a higher high with incredibly higher levels of positive momentum. Wonderful. But showing just a little bit of weakness on your strength, Kappa. Showing a little bit of bearish divergence on your relative strength index. Okay, lower highs on your strength, but higher highs on price. A little bit of divergence. So that makes sense. That would completely play out with some sort of consolidation after a nice little breakout that we talked about, right? Patreon, good stuff, right? Be a good man. That's it. That's your Ethereum checkup for your local on the 8s. Moving back on to the regular programming, which is requests by you, the viewers. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. Y'all to Jesus, man. Well, dang, man. You know what was next on the list? ETH to the US dollar tether. What? Alright, we'll do it. We'll just... perfect timing, I guess. It's literally the same chart. Please don't make me do it. Don't make me redo it, man. It's the same thing. Look. US dollar tether. And then Bitcoin, man. Or, yeah, look. See it? Same identical price action. Same identical price action. All across the board. It's all the same thing. If you truly want me to do it, start with the channel up here. It's been respected. I think this is more valid. More touches right around there anyway. So, hard to say, man. Sane wedge breakout. Okay, we know we got that going for us. All right. Beautiful wedge breakout. So lovely. So lovely. Okay, so this wedge, my God, we've talked about this kind of wedge before. A breakout like this would be monumental. Okay? My God. Almost makes us look silly. Right? The height of this wedge, $844 measured move if it was real, if we respected the TA, but remember, we're in a correction, so $844 measured moves right here, man. Okay? But again, this may not matter if we decide we want to mess around with this area up here, okay? So we have our 2 touch points up here that are descending, and then we have our 3rd touch point down here. That's all we needed. We could have had this established for quite some time. This would have been here forever if we'd have plotted it back here, okay? So, yeah, we broke the heart line. Remember, use it as support. Resistance, resistance, broke it, support, broke it, resistance, 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 broke down, now broken out of this. So it looks wonderful on this chart. I feel that since we have broken it, very good opportunity to run up. But this is our critical level of resistance up here, okay? Very, very strong. So we'll see what happens with that. Doing our Fibonacci for targets, or breakout like that. Yeah, if you wanted to see a 50% retrace, 899, 1026. These are your areas up here, okay? So, see what happens with that. There you go. There's your Ethereum to the US dollar tether. Hope I covered that well enough for you, my friend. Okay? Let's go to XRP to the US dollar for Pablo. Wrong one. Hold on. One second. There you are. Wow, look at that, guys. Oh my goodness. Had that falling wedge pattern we talked about. We talked about a measured move of this pennant here. Would be right here at 78 cents. Pablo, how's it playing out, man? How's it playing out? We just broke a critical level. As you can see up here. Well, let's actually try to be a little bit more pinpoint, okay? Right there. We just zoom in here and see that that's perfect right there. Perfect. So, not broken out. See, that's how important being pinpoint accurate is on your plot points, okay? Always remember that. So that's the case. We have not technically broken out. So, but we're running. We're running quite well. Bitcoin tanks, you know what's going to happen to this. XRP to the US dollar. So we'll see. We'll see. It's a wonderful run. 78 cents is our measured move. I think that's goal number 1, okay? Status update. Talked about if we broke out of this. That's what we'd see. And we're almost there. We're getting there. Bearish divergence, of course. Strong levels of bearish divergence. Not only on your RSI, also your MACD. Both. Right? You made a high, then a higher high with much lower levels of positive momentum. Also, strength. Same thing. Made a high, substantially lower highs on your strength, RSI. So, bearish divergence, both accounts. Be mindful of that. Approaching this very strong level of resistance with the divergence. So, things to be looking at and say, I'm a little skeptical of this. A lot of stuff's telling us bad things. Okay, that's it. That's, there you go, Pablo. That was for you. Someone wanted WAN. Broke the wedge, right? The falling wedge looks like we were right there. You hooked off this level, giving validity that it was resistance, it's now support, and then you just moved up from there. 1729 measured move. There you go, measured move there. If this wedge is real, okay, this is a valid top, and it seems like it. So we just put a horizontal line here. That's crazy though. That's like double topping, you know. So 85, 89 area. There you go, one. That's one, man. Just gonna take a look at chat, okay? What's the difference in stocks versus crypto when it comes to TA? Well, volatility is much lower. Okay, your swings are crazy. Swings normally happen first 30 minutes and the last 30 minutes of the day, right? The market's open. You have gaps on the market, right? 60% of the market's owned by bots. So you have to find out in the morning. You have to do a morning scan for about an hour to find out where the volume is going to be that day so you don't get destroyed by the bots. Okay, there's a lot of different dynamics involved, but we're talking about patterns and pattern development and MACD and histograms and all that. That's all the same. Fibonacci, that's all the same. So, few nuances, but it's just about the same, right? It's universal. Sock snobs? What are y'all talking about? BCPT, Coven Handle, Mikkel? I don't know, man. What's up, Arzenis? Has ZRX been done? Dude, like everything in the world has been requested, so it's like literally everything. So this Aeon, or excuse me, WAN. Wonderful break to the upside. And your measured move should be 85, 89. That's it. You just in a bullish trend now. Beautiful bullish trend. Okay, you contradicted this descending triangle, broke to the upside, formed another descending triangle, broke that to the upside, and then just consolidation, breakout, consolidation, bull flag, bull pole, bull flag, measured move. A little bit higher, then broke down, formed a wedge. Now you're breaking to the upside once again. Very, very bullish right now, but very, very high flying, okay? You have no resistance. The only resistance you have is your previous high. That's it. And this little wick right here. You hit it and you actually use it as resistance, this wick. 8,013, so that's one. Okay. What do I think about Elliott waves? I think, Tan, that Elliott waves are its theory. And even if you master Elliott waves, they're still wrong. And I think they're very speculative. Okay? So, it's not something I've used in my formula to be successful, but I know others probably have. So I think that Elliott waves is just a way to try to guess what the future is going to hold. It's maybe the only way to try to guess, but it's just kind of speculation in a way. So, you know, with us, RTA is like really short term, right? We see what's happening next, within the next like 12 hours to a day, right? And, you know, Elliott waves it tries and attempts to give you a better glimpse of the midterm, what's to happen in that time frame where we're really blind, right? TA is like the dragons in Ring of Fire. I've talked about it a lot, the analogy. Dragons have very good sight during the day, right? Like the day in this situation would be the short term, and they have even better vision at night, which is the long term. We can look at a chart and say this is overall bullish as a chart, right? Because the higher highs the whole time. And then you see the accumulation when it bottoms out, it's much higher than the previous low. But midterm, we're almost blind, which is like dusk for those dragons. So look at it like that. Okay, guys. So that's 1. Hope that helps. 10. Storm update. Lisi. We'll do all we can. We'll do all we can. Thanks again for being here, everybody. Y'all to Jesus, man. Clean socks. The RSI on my socks has peaked? What are y'all talking about? Okay, someone said NEO to Ethereum. Someone wanted that because it tanked, right? Did it really not save? Sorry, I don't want to tell you. Nothing saved. Talked about multiple buying opportunities, right? So one area to buy was somewhere along here. Layer in. You can take a percentage. If you wanted to try to buy here, we were up here when this happened. And we said, remember Crypto Nurse, if you're in here, remember you hit a critical level of resistance, showing lots of weakness with the double top. Normally when you buy low, you sell high. But people held, I understand that, I guess, but that's not trading, that's just kind of investing. Your trading plan has to be real. You have to know selling a little bit up here makes sense, but normally you're trying to buy down here at these levels, not here. You buy down here and you sell some up here, and if you break to the upside because of the pattern development, which is an ascending triangle, a huge ascending triangle, insane windfall. Okay, so with that being said, you know, if you bought a little here, that's fine. You're probably going to break down to hit this level at this point. Kind of makes sense. So why would you not? Look at it. I mean, this is just a beautiful, beautiful ascending triangle. I mean, textbook. Multiple reaction lows, multiple reaction highs. That's all you need. Come down here. Beautiful buying opportunity. And you wanted to have a relatively loose stop loss just in case you double bottomed or something like that and wicked up so you don't get stopped out. Okay. So the risk to reward here, 5.33 to 1. Beautiful stuff. It's a little skewed if you bought some here, but again, we said layer in, don't go all in here. That'd be insane. Okay, so wait for these levels. Okay, good stuff. That's it's Ethereum, or NEO to Ethereum. There you go, beautiful. Whew, love that stuff. That is after downtrend. That's an ascending triangle reversal pattern, bullish reversal. Okay, great. ICX. Still running. Wonderful. Targets, the wedge breakout. Huge wedge. Oh my goodness, huge wedge. 50% in the 618, 5673 and 6510. Here's your longer term targets. Just wait for it. Let it happen. This wedge started 30th of January, and we broke out the 11th of April. What are you worried about? That's like 2 months, 3 months of a pattern developing, a huge pattern like that. It's going to take more than a few days for your trade to run its course. So just be patient. Who cares if it breaks down some? You're still in the green from where you bought. Just let it ride. Let the TA do its thing, okay? Be a swing trader, not a freaked out, impatient day trader. Oh my God, stare at the screen all day. Just let it ride. Let it be in your portfolio. Know your stop losses. If you're scared, if you got in down here, okay? The limit buy, remember, it was up here, so just wait for it. If you bought down here, just wait. Just let it go. Move your stop loss up if you're nervous. And just put it like down at 35.39. So if this trade fails, you make money. Okay? Move your stop loss up just a little bit. That's it. That's it, man. See, a bull flag would be good here, and then break to the upside again. Okay? See some consolidation. ICX, longer term thing. XLM. Oh, XLM. Talking about taking a little profit, maybe. Should have. Yeah, up here. Hit your 50%, remember? That's one area to take a little bit of profit. The double head and shoulder, inverse double head and shoulders with a slanted neckline. We broke it. When we broke that area, we ran up. We said if we broke this area, it was going to be a nuts run because the bears built twig and thatch on their bearish beach house. And the bullish hurricane came, destroyed it, easy. No swing high up until this area. We ran all the way up, 50% retrace of the all-time highs on XLM. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. So yeah, great turnaround on XLM, but it was kind of developing, right? We saw it. And neckline, that's how powerful the neckline is, okay, guys? The measured move of the double head and shoulders was at 4,030, so you just kept running. But it makes sense. Twig and thatch. Bearish twig and thatch. So, love it. Do want to see some sort of beautiful bull flag that it develops over the course of like 3 days. That'd be nice if we ran up again. That kind of volume we've seen, highest levels of volume we've seen since the 24th of January. What was happening on that day? Huge run up. Crazy stuff. Then we broke down. That was a correction. Okay. Let's consolidate, recoup, reset our RSI, just reset everything. Just beautiful down here. My God. Okay, you never should bearish divergence ever. It's so wonderful. I feel like we probably will next time though. So, XLM. 50%'s hit. It's a place to shave profit. And then the 618 is also another level you can take profit or exit. But that's a trade. We're not talking about long term. It could make all-time highs. I don't know. We're just talking about trading, okay? Thinking about trading strategies, making profit, increasing your bankroll, your account. You just hold something forever. You're at the whims of what it does all the time. Go in on the breakouts or go in good levels of value on breakouts, like right here, walked out, and then just ran up. Okay, so. Okay, EOS. EOS, guys. Just kept running. We talked about nothing saved on our. Nothing saved. Nothing new. So. Talk about bearish divergence. For sure. Bearish divergence down here. We talked about how you did have some bearish divergence. Now you're not having that. You're making higher highs and higher levels of relative strength than this high here. So really all your levels of strength right here. So making higher highs, strength. But I don't know if this is some sort of wedge or something, right? That's interesting. Bitcoin 2.0. We'll see. It's in. Just remember the bull trend and all that. So. Right. What does that look like? Looks like a rising wedge to me. But maybe I'm just crazy. Someone could help me out here. Yeah, you don't want to be messing around with rising wedges, especially when you're making a rising wedge after you have an insane run. One of the craziest runs. We said, hey, we'll talk to our grandkids about that day that EOS hit the highest levels of MACD, or excuse me, of RSI ever, 92. Never hit those levels in the history of this coin on this chart. Highest levels of positive momentum you've ever seen. Okay, never seen those levels. Even during the Great FOMO, you're having higher levels of positive momentum on this spike up here. Not only that, highest level of volume you've ever seen. When we said this is a record day, you'll tell your grandkids about that day. I remember that time EOS it broke every single record on all its indicators. So now we're forming a rising wedge after that. Okay, let's see what happens. We contradicted a rising wedge once before. So, hey, Liam Fitzgerald, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. You did Jesus, man. Couldn't do it without you. So, we'll see if we can break it. But I have to say, it doesn't look good for you, ye bulls, just because you're making a higher high with lower levels of positive momentum. That is your strongest form of bearish divergence. So two contradicting variables, two variables that tell us bad stuff. Bearish stuff is in the works. And you're also making lower highs. Not even getting close to testing your previous high. You got to do that. Okay, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, that's EOS. IOST, I'm sure nothing saved again for the third time now. God. Love it, man. Oops. Nothing saved. Go figure. Go figure. Hey, Raul, man. Raul, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. You did Jesus, man. We couldn't do it without you. Wouldn't do it without you. Look at that, guys. A lot of volatility, a lot of price action going on right now. Interesting. I mean, look, if you're new here, we tell a story. Okay, we have something new that happens every day. Okay, this coin has tons of education in it. Tons of education. Beautiful chart. Started with the beautiful cup and handle, so wonderful, so symmetrical. I want to print it out and put it on my wall, frame it. It's just beautiful. Get rid of the fibs so you can see. Okay, and we had a head and shoulders pattern. We snapped a neckline. We broke down, created this second reaction high. Okay, then we broke to the upside, hit the top of the channel, broke down. Then we fell below it. Then news saved our lives, and then we ran up and hit a measured move. Okay, on the cup and handle, which was down here. Okay, 122 sats, measure move, 122 sats. Okay, measure move got hit, then we formed a bull pole, bull flag. Measure move up, slanted neckline, head and shoulders pattern right up here, snapped it, measure move down, chopped around for a while. Okay, now we're gonna clean it up since we told the story. We're gonna hit save afterwards. I thought we did this yesterday and the day before. We did do this. We've deleted all this stuff 3 times now. I hate trading to you. I'm starting to hate it. Like, seriously. Yay, thank you for not letting me touch this. Oh my god. Okay, so looks like you got some sort of just let me get rid of all this stuff for you guys. Yeah, we said oh yeah, channel. We broke a channel, right? That's what it was. Up here, to like that. We're breaking out of that channel. Yep. Break hooked. Now you're moving. No wonder, right? So you would have some level of resistance right here that you're touching right now. Okay, so breaking a level of resistance, you're at a previous high, and then you have one after that, okay? So we talked about the Class A bullish divergence we showed right here. Sweet. And then from that, it's playing out the way it should. Class A bullish divergence, you broke to the upside, and now you've broken out of this little channel, this downward sloping channel you were in. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff. And we can hold this. Our next level of adversity is 505. If you look left, you can see the wicks here, the candle body close here, very strong level of resistance. If you break this level, guys, you're going to have a wonderful run up. Okay, wonderful run up. You do have some sort of resistance at 621, but after 621, it's really just, you got a very strong, look, the bears, when they broke down, they built a very weak foundation on their beach house, right? And if the bullish hurricane comes, the beach house for the bears will get wrecked. We just have to break this level. It's a very strong level. We get that and get above that, and we're going to have a nice run. Okay, that's IOST. Okay, guys? It all started with a beautiful textbook cup and handle pattern. Love it. That's it. IOST. Oh, ETC, man. Let's talk about ETC. I know it moved up, right? Yep. Just hit both targets, right? Unfortunately, you know what happened. Nothing saved here either. Got to redo everything again, right? We had that accumulation, and then it just, you know, people were arguing it could have been a diamond bottom pattern, diamond bottom reversal, but it was like, it's impossible to plot that from the plot points we had, but I don't know though. Was it really that crazy? Let's see if we could mess around with it. Say this was it. Oh, it's the screaming again. Hold on, guys. Whoa, man. So I'm just trying to make the music not so terrible. There we go. Not bad. So we're just messing around with a theory. A theory, guys. That's all it is. And then right here, I don't know if that would have worked. See, that's what messes me up. No way, man. No way. It's still just, it doesn't look good to me, whoever was talking about that. So I just think you had a lot of volatility and made it very, very tough to establish good areas of support, where to buy and where to sell. So here and here. I mean, this was probably your best area, and you know, you wicked down here and hit that, and so that was a good area to buy. But look what happened when Bitcoin spiked up. This was that day that the shorts got wrecked on Bitcoin and everything else tanked just for a minute, only to break right back up to normalization levels. Dude, seriously? We just listened to this. None of this music was that bad. So yeah, you know, in retrospect, looking back at areas of value, I mean, this was your best one, but even if you had your levels of value down here in a limit buy, look what happened. You broke down at these levels. Everyone got stopped out. Everyone and their mother got stopped out. Okay, so, but from there, yep, you broke out, ran to the upside. Targets from swing out of swing low are being hit. Both of them have hit. So, you know, whatever. It is what it is. But a good, possibly a really good area. We've turned it around. I don't know if we're getting a trend reversal or not. I don't think so. Not yet. But man, you've seen this good area of value down here. Okay, so it's probably the bottom. Just let it run. See how far we can get. Okay. That was a trade on ETC that just didn't work out. OAX was next on the list. Talked about multiple opportunities, right? Yep, multiple opportunities. A setup yesterday. Just too much strength. Just way too much strength, right? When you leg up like that in an ascending triangle, you know how powerful you are. So you did that, and then you broke it. You hooked for sure on the breakout. Break, hook, and go, actually. Wow, look. You broke, you hooked, bullish engulfing candle. Break, hook, and go on the breakout. That's it. Pretty good, man. Pretty good. But now, yeah, you're coming back down a little bit, but we'll see. See where that goes. Talked about the measured move of this triangle was insane. It was 10,148 sat level. Good levels of momentum. Highest level you had seen in positive momentum, really matching this little jump right here. So, but every other high right here, this was all this bearish divergent stuff down here. Goodness, contradicted that and just broke to the upside. Negative momentum just dried up, just went away. Just like we saw with what was it? Ethereum. Ethereum to Bitcoin. Remember the negative momentum every time just kept lower and lower and lower. Just evaporated, and then the bulls took over from there on the momentum. So with your high, you're making, yeah, nice. And this, you're not showing bearish divergence here. Great. Had a higher level. Nice. We'll see how far we can go. Will we make it to the measured move of this triangle, this large, very large triangle? We'll find out. We'll find out. So AX. ICN was next. Shoot, man. Let me take a look at chat real quick. Done 1 billion coins today, guys. Okay, I'm working hard just for you. I'm becoming more overwhelmed with requests each session. Perhaps you do a coin in the day session and then don't repeat it in the evening. Well, if I did that, then you know, probably no one would watch. If they knew that I did all the meme coins in the day, they'd be like, well, we're just gonna not watch if you're not gonna do them at night. So the whole thing is juristy. It's like, this is a cryptocurrency. It's very global. During the day, we get tons of Europeans, tons of people in the time zone across the pond. Okay, and so it's almost like we're doing the same show twice for 2 different sets of people for the most part. All right, when we do our crypto and chill episodes at night, all of Europe's sleeping. They have to. They got jobs. They got things to do in the morning. So you just have to do that. Kind of like that, man. So. You know, I'm talking about Kias, Hyundais. What about Lambos? TRX just went from a symmetrical triangle to a bull flag. Well, symmetrical triangles that are that small, everything crypto, are actually called pennants, not triangles, right? And that's bullish, a bullish pennant. Stuart says up 15% and put in $500. Snoop Dogg would be proud. Heck yeah, man. Just reading chat, guys. Interesting chat, guys. Did you miss THC? What? No one even requested that. What's up, Cryptogenic? Furious Fade, what's up, dude? You love power. Heck yeah, one-man army, making some big bucks on that. Just did ICX already. S Phoenix. We did that, man. We did ICX. What time is it? Oh, I guess I'm just late on that. Okay, I think I caught up with chat. Okay, man. We did it. We made it through chat. Wow. XRP going up again. Are we? Are we going up again, man? Lockhead wants Trig. Power, what's up with power, man? That was an incredible Patreon trade. Incredible. Still going. Beautiful. Hit the best entry, too. XRP being to Jesus coin today, it seems, guys. Well, it was last night, too. ICN. Nice price action. Pumpy dumpy. Congratulations on all your success. Okay, so I don't know. I mean, besides the pump and dump stuff, you could probably say you have some sort of something like that, just to give you a scope of vision where you are. Okay, disregard the pump and dump, and just see how this plays out. Good buying areas, good selling areas, good buy, good sell, good buy, good sell. And then the fibs from, you know, what? Why is this off like that? Your fibs, your 50%, your 618, decent profit taking levels for ICN, 2177, 2344, 23,044, okay, 22,000 or 21,077, okay. Don't make any mistakes, so. Not really making, yeah, you're kind of making class B. bearish divergence right now. You're making pretty much, you're double topping. You're making substantially lower levels of positive momentum. So no good. But we'll see if this can play out. If you could hit your targets, this would be a good area. It's up here. Okay, there you go. ICN. Let's just look at Trig real quick for Arked. I think he said something like this late last night. Oh, well, yeah. Of course. Trig, man. Symmetrical triangle or something? Yeah, you break the symmetrical triangle, and your measure moves probably. We have support fibs. $530. There you go, measure move. That's your target. Could obviously go much higher if it wanted to, but this is just a rule of thumb. A good area to take some profit. Beautiful, beautiful symmetrical triangle reversal pattern. This is why we say get confirmation, because look, after a breakdown, symmetrical triangle has a bearish hint to it, but you have to wait for the breakout. Insane levels of volume. Highest level of volume you've seen really since. Higher than this, a little bit higher than that. Highest level you'd seen since, really, February 1st. So, February 1st volume was right around here. Jeez, man. So good stuff. Yeah, Trig. Triggers. It's triggered. It's bullishly triggered. Showing... Well, yeah, it's showing bearish divergence right now like crazy. Look at that. Goodness gracious. You made a high, and now you're making a higher high with lower levels of positive momentum. See this? Higher high. That's okay, though. It's not going to make... Doesn't mean it's done running. You got a resistance right here. It's not very strong at all. This could be easily shattered right there. Looks like it was wicked one time and tested that already. So, see if we can get up there. Okay. What's your swing high? I gotta look at the daily. My God, there's so much noise. Man, I'll tell you, maybe this. Let's wait. Huh, look at that. From your swing high to swing low, your 50% is pretty much confluent with your measured move. And you have your 618. Great levels to take profit. $618. You want to be a gambler. So there you go. Great trade. Good stuff, Arked. Good stuff, man. Triggers. Is triggered by bulls. Star Wars Worlds, you still in here, man? Let me know if you're still in here, dude. If you're not, no point in doing it in cash. Hey Garcia, no, we didn't do OMG because no one requested it, man. Yeah, sorry, did 'em. You know how it is, man. We have like an entire page of coins requested, and there's so many more that I've just not written down because there's just no point, because they would just be too much, right? XRP just hit 77 cents. Wow. Let's take a look real quick at XRP. Y'all are talking about it. I'm sure people want to talk about it. Hello. Hitting that critical level of resistance. XRP to the US dollar. Almost hit that measure move. Pablo. Hello. It's the daily, too. It's the 4 hour. We're also anything still making bearish divergence, but that's okay. Whatever Bitcoin does, Ripple's going to follow that US dollar valuation jumping, and if the US, or excuse me, the XRP to Bitcoin is also doing well with Bitcoin doing well, you should be seeing insane runs on this. That means that you're getting a double whammy of US dollar valuation increase and Satoshi increase. That's crazy. It's going to happen. But yeah, you're breaking, Pablo. Yeah, you're right, man. Currently, you are breaking this area. Very well respected area. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Y'all just want to put an alert on the trend line or on the horizontal line. If we hear the beep, we know we've hit target, the measured move of this pennant. Be to Jesus, man. Would that be good? Obviously, yeah, Pablo, but man, you shouldn't have been buying it. You don't want to ever buy in up here. You don't, behind the breakout, it's like, what's the point, man? You have so many other good entries. Look, you had 3 reaction lows here. You could have bought in here knowing this was a bullish pennant. These are the areas to buy, Pablo, not up here, not on confirmation, because you're a lot of times not going to get confirmation on breakouts, okay? And that's going against the proverbial buy low, sell high. You're buying high, maybe selling high. We don't know. It might fail, because we know breakouts fail more than they actually succeed, right? DLT, that was a Patreon, right? Sorry, changed the music on y'all. It was terrible. Still way down though from $3. What the heck it was? Yeah, really, one man army. Really, that's all Bitcoin's fault. You can blame Bitcoin. All right, so we got the alert set up. We hear it, Pablo. We did Jesus, man. Okay. What were we looking at? Okay, looks like Star Wars World left, so that means we're not going to cover in cash. So there's a problem with doing coin requests, man. It's like it gets so far down on the list, and you finally get there after an hour, hour and a half, and the people that requested the coins aren't even here anymore. That's the problem that we're going to deal with. I'm noticing that. So. And there are people that have been here like since like 15 minutes in that requested a coin a little late, and then it's like their coin that doesn't even go because we have so many other coins from people that asked early and left, right? That's a conundrum and an issue in itself that we have to get figured out. Guys, we've been going 1 hour and 47 minutes. If you're enjoying this live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Your support means everything. You want the best trade setups, join our Patreon. We just posted it in the chat. We have a lot of Patreon in here right now, and in this stream that could attest to the success we've had with our trade setups, our low risk, high reward opportunities. If you want giveaways, reductions in price on any other hyped on crypto stuff, merchandise, services. We got the year-end anniversary giveaways. We have monthly giveaways. We have all kinds of crazy stuff in those packages. Check out that site, guys. Oh yeah, also bi-monthly classes taught by me. We're working on that, guys. Just hang tight, Patreon. Figured that you know, the trade setups would get you by, right? Because they are. So, Kesey, I guess if you're still here, we're gonna go to Storm for you. Okay. I don't know if you're even here anymore. People just request coins and then leave. It's like, okay, why even request a coin if you're gonna leave? Yep, so nothing's saved, if you remember. Okay, nothing's saved like always. Nothing changes. So we said up here, since we did break out like that, wait for us to hook and come back, and you could take a low risk, high reward opportunity here. Get a 6.9 to 1 risk to reward. Swing high was up here. Okay, so wait for the hook, get a limit buy, and have a you know, when you have that limit buy set up and it hits, make sure to hit that stop loss and then take some profit around this level. okay? In the zone up here, 538. This is a previous swing high. Could hit that. Look, we wicked up here. I've seen that before. Yep, this is your area up here. This is your trade, okay? So let's break down, hook off this area, and then move up. Okay, nice trade setup, and we can get down here. Okay, that's storm. Well, we talked about this last night. Awesome, Lacey. I'm glad you're here. 32,000 on Ripple. Dang, dude. Well, I'm glad it's going well for you, man. Glad it's going well. You did Jesus, man. Pablo, Australia. Okay, that's the storm. I wish there was more to talk about. You know, when we had a nice little range, could have bought in. We had one last opportunity before we went up. But you see these strong levels of accumulation. More coin holders every single time. We hit this level, we broke down. Wonderful little trade there for somebody, right? The double bottoms, all these areas to buy. And then we went up, hit it. Hit this previous level up here. Broke down, hit it again, sold off. When we sold off, there were more coin holders that bought down here that owned this. And so we could never see lower prices because of all the previous owners that bought and never sold. So they said, we want more. We want more. And so we got more. We broke to the upside, previous level resistance, and here we are. That was the story told on Storm. Okay. I remember that one night we were doing a coin analysis on Storm, and it was like storming so hard. Remember the night the power went out? I had power failure and the stream got cut off and it come back on? That was the night we were doing an analysis on Storm. It was just like thunder and lightning outside. I was just like, oh my God, this is crazy. All right, so not showing any forms of bearish divergence. I mean, this high here, you had this level, a smaller level of positive momentum. Now you're making better levels, higher levels. So that's good. So maybe we can just retrace. Come on, hit this level. Let the money come to you. Play the market. Don't get played by the market. When you buy in randomly on FOMO, the market is playing you. Okay, that's it. Took a good chat. What is Patreon, S Phoenix? Can somebody? It's a wonderful service provided with trade setups, education, classes bi-monthly, and all other kinds of goodies. And if you click on our Patreon page, S Phoenix, go check it out, see if it's working for you. And there are people in the chat that can tell you all about it. I also do one-on-ones if you ever want to become a better trader and get that real good teacher to student ratio, that 1-to-1. That's the way to do it with one-on-ones. So if you want to, it's on our website. Also, you can just PM me in the Discord and we'll get it set up for you. I have a lot of one-on-ones, very successful with a lot of different people. Done 4 in a row. Like these past 4 days, I've done an hour session each day. I'm off today finally, but tomorrow I'm right back at it. Okay, another one-on-one after the stream tomorrow. So, Raul, yes, I actually did look at TRX. Now, TRX was like the 4th altcoin we looked at in live stream. But if we want to, I feel like anytime we go to TRX, we're just bragging, right? There you go. That's it. Hey, Robot Joe, man. Thanks so much for the 500 shamrocks, dude. You Jesus, man. Kicking it off with the bits. Kicking off with the bits 1 hour and 53 minutes in. Thanks, dude. Alright. Yeah. Arungel Hill and Robot Joe. The 2 contributors today, y'all amazing. Y'all Jesus, man. Thank you so much for the contributions. Again, any contribution made, it goes to a reinvestment of this stream for the quality of the content we produce for ye, the viewer. So, Tronics, the buy-in was 505 sats, right around that area. And profit-taking levels, 50%, 618, and you could have also taken profit at 653 if you wanted to. We had 3 different areas of profit-taking. Okay. That's it, man. Not much more to it. If you want another Tron fix, go to our main YouTube page. just hyped on crypto, not hyped on crypto live. And we had a lightning analysis, lightning recap we did on Tronics yesterday, last night. Go check it out if you want to. And if we hit 3,500 subs, whenever we do it, I always dress up as a Viking and drink alcohol and do TA on Crypto and Chill nights, okay? So just remember that. Oh, can we look at Walton Coin? Yeah, look at Walton Coin. Sorry, there's something wrong. We went from Streamlabs to Stream Elements or something, and now nothing shows up in text at all, ever. It's so small, I can't read it. It's not even there. It's like almost inexistent. So we'll go to Walton Coin. Yeah, for you, Robot Joe. Yeah, man. Absolutely, dude. Front of the line. Of course my trade setup didn't save. Of course it didn't save. Never would. But hey, it's a Patreon. It's documented in time. The buy area was down here. We said wait for it. We hit it. Here we are. Beautiful. I can't remember our target to sell though. Was it just up here? We've gone a little higher. God, I hate trading you so much now. It's just because, I don't know, we just do so many coins, and the fact that we do 1 billion coins, and when 30 to 40 of them don't save, it gets really aggravating, and it's consistent, happens all the time. Check out our Patreon real quick. Where's Walton Coin at? There it is. Found it. Okay, yep. Target's hit. This was the Patreon trade setup, guys. Do you see it? This is where we were. We said buy here, limit our stop loss here. Look how wonderful. You see this, okay? Everyone watching that's new in here. Okay. What's up, man? What's up, man? That's it, man. There you go. There's your Walton Coin. Robot Joe. Did you get in on that, man? Were you the Jesus man? Scrolling through chat, guys. Getting late in the game. It's 1 hour and 57 minutes we've been streaming now. No comments on the Walton Coin? No? Takes an eternity for a $100 move for Bitcoin back and forth on GDAX. Slow like a turtle. What is it? Tortuga? Slow like a turtle, but always gets his way. Ah, you missed that one, man? Come on, man. It was so... Jesus Coin, man. So perfect. So... you know they have a bug then, Skyward. You know they have a freaking bug then. Seriously. There's something changed. Something literally changed overnight, like 4 or 5 days ago, to where everything was fine, always. And then all of a sudden, nothing was fine at all. So, I'm glad, Robot Joe, you did, man. Okay, so guys, it's 2 minutes till the top of the hour, so you know what time it is. Again, you're local on the 8s. Let's go to Bitcoin. Awesome stuff. Walton Coin, one of the Jesus coins, Patreons. Still, hey guys, this is like Charlie Bucket and Grandpa Joe and Willy Wonka, man. About to start fizzy lifting drink. About to hit that fan, man. Not much more room to run till you burp or you move up beyond the fan or something. Don't want to be gross. Golden Cross already happened. It happened, man. Okay. Contradicted. We completely rejected this head and shoulder neckline breakout. That's a certainty. Now we're moving up, but we are forming some sort of wedge pattern. If we disrespected the head and shoulders, I wonder if we could disrespect this wedge pattern as well. Because if you take out the wedge and you just say, okay, whatever, you're just testing the heart line and failing a bunch, it's still bad. But fact remains that this area, this 8140 area, was so well respected. Candle body closes always were below it, and then we broke it. But we're unable. We're making this really weird price action, not really threatening our previous high. That's what's concerning. I don't like when you don't threaten it. You need to threaten your previous high if you really want to break it. And you're just 4 hours. These are 4-hour candles, and you're just barely going up. Well, what's up with that? Why is it doing that on very inexistent levels of volume? Calm before the storm, guys. Just saying. Volume is inexistent right now. Be careful out there. A move is about to happen, okay? Price contraction, 2 upward sloping trend lines, very clear, textbook. You cannot say I'm wrong with what pattern this is. Pattern that is not threatening previous highs. And it's bearish, okay? Measure move would be 79.25. Would make sense if we came down to this level and hit it. That'd be a wonderful possible buying opportunity to take a shot at this with a low risk, high reward opportunity upon us. If you get stopped out, who cares? You're going heck anyway. But if you run to the upside, you've got the absolute best entry position for a run to the upside of this flag, this huge upward sloping channel we're in, okay? We'll see it happen. I'd love to see it. Another opportunity, okay? If you use TradingView Pro, you could just alternate between 2 charts to help with saving. Hey, Chris Dan, man. Dude, thank you so much, man. For that $10 contribution. Christopher Dan, being the Jesus again, man. Thank you so much, man. It means everything. All your support and contributions, man. It's gonna just going towards making the quality of this content better for ye, the individual, and you, the viewers. What's going on? We just talked about what's going on, right? Burp Charlie, pretty much one-man army. It's coming, dude. It's coming. Love that movie. What happened to the music, man? Hello? John Wayne Jesus? We got some music, I guess. Okay, let's go to Litecoin. Still running. Wonderful. Wedge breakout, still within a huge downward sloping channel from all-time highs. Okay. See if we can hit it. The measured move is confluent pretty much with that area. Measured move of the bull flag. No problem, man. But I don't know what's going to happen if Bitcoin tanks. Who knows if there's some underlying stuff going on where Bitcoin tanks, and that's that bearish divergence we had. Feels like the TA will be disrespected on this wedge. I don't know, man. I don't know. I would like it to be disrespected. We always would like TA to be disrespected, but if TA plays out and we do respect it, then we will break down, right? Lisi says Walton Coin setup was so sweet, was so close to taking it, but didn't because the FUD they had. Oh, don't do the FUD. It's a trade, I'm telling you. Char looks good, nobody cares because there was no news, right? The giveaway thing happened way back. That happened like the day of that move happened. It's just a trade. Morgan Stanley saying today miners need Bitcoin to be at 8,600 to be profitable. You better believe it's going to be a fight. Did y'all see Silicon Valley, the movie on HBO, where the dude has his alert set up every time Bitcoin's profitable to mine, so he turns it on and off based on that price action. It's a really obnoxious noise. It's hilarious. Y'all should watch Silicon Valley. Very, very good show. Has a crypto written all over it, right? I mean, it's not about crypto, but it's mentioned because it makes sense because it's all about, well, Silicon Valley. So let's go to Ethereum. Oops, wrong chart. Ooh, running like the Jesus, man. Running like the Jesus. Go, baby, go. This was a Patreon, wasn't it, guys? This Patreon? Christian, no, not yet, man. Not yet. I should, though, shouldn't I? That's on Showtime, right? Well, this is just going to run. Look, approaching that 618 at some point soon. But again, this area right here, we don't have any resistance. This run should run to 73 cents, or excuse me, 7.3% of a Bitcoin. Excuse me, 7.3% of a Bitcoin. We're currently at 6.7%. We should see another percent of a Bitcoin if we don't break down midway. It wouldn't make sense to break down here. I guess right here. Okay, I see something right here. Okay, if you look left, you can see these candle body closes. That could act as a resistance, excuse me. Yeah, look at these. Look at these areas, this battleground area. A lot of resistance here. Looking like historical resistance. But regardless of that, still think you have a good shot of breaking up to the, another percent on this. We'll see though. No divergence here, man. Well, a little bit of a bearish divergence on your RSI. So looking at this high, but no divergence on your MACD. Your positive momentum's looking wonderful. Okay. Good stuff there, guys. Well, look, traders, everyone having fun with this. It's been a good stream, very successful. We've covered a ridiculous amount of coins, like always, and I'm going to keep doing everything I can for you. Keep spreading the word about hypetoncrypto.com and the message we're trying to send. Complete transparency, no emotion, just TA here. Just TA in this channel or in my show, whatever. So, thanks so much for everything. I'll see y'all tonight. Crypto and Chill, episode 57. So until then, stay hyped.